Hi, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are essentially setting up my classroom. Now I know you're thinking, this isn't your classroom. I know, I think in the heat of the moment per se, I forgot to film the intro and the outro. Still a novice YouTuber, still a terrible vlogger, but we do go inside my classroom and we set up my new posters that I designed and just get ready for the new school year. Really, it's just me decorating. Yeah, I wanted to share the process because so many of you from Instagram and from TikTok, and as well as my family and friends, basically bought off my Amazon wish list. Not this year, I didn't put out an Amazon wish list this year, but the previous year I put out as an Amazon wish list when I switched subjects and took a massive pay cut to help me decorate my room for my new content area. And so I finally wanted to show the last piece or pieces, like the wallpaper getting put up, and just a thank you for supporting me and my work and my students. So without further ado, here is my classroom for the 2026-2027 school year. All right, back in my classroom for the 2026-2027 school year. So when I rewind, last year was the first year I got into this classroom, and I got lovely donations to be able to cover this whole wall because underneath here is absolutely disgusting. So I covered that whole wall in paper, and then I was able to tackle this whole side of the room. So the pink paper, and then all of these pennants were from my last classroom, and then I made, don't get mad, but I had these all made in ChatGPT with our school mascot is a Jaguar, and I had the Jaguars like doing different things. My classroom only has 2 windows, which sucks, but, oops, sorry, covering the camera. Things I'm gonna touch on this year is this wall. So I'm eventually gonna paint this wall, and then the other side of this wall because it's just disgusting from previous teachers. But I designed new posters for all across here, the kitchens, because last year I just kept it up to the former teachers decor, and it was not my style at all. I'll like put a video in here to share what that used to look like, but I designed new posters, so I'm gonna hang them up. It's hard to remember, but this is what my room looked like when I first inherited it. It was very dark and a lot of wood, far too much for my liking. I really wanted to brighten up my room because I only have those 2 windows and it's so dark. Last summer, I only had time to change this side of the room, so this summer it was time to change the last parts of my room. Just for a refresher, I'll re-show my room after what I did last summer versus what I'm going to finish this summer. So this is what my classroom looked like all last year. It was a bit more tidied up, but for the most part, this is what I was working with all last school year. Now, please don't hate me for using ChatGPT, but unfortunately, I'm not a graphic artist. So this is our school logo, and I had ChatGPT do it like as if I was doing hand embroidery. Then I had ChatGPT do food, but in like simple line art, then good food, good mood, because I like to say that. I designed a ruler in Canva, so I did design this one, and I'm going to hang them above the kitchens. So in between every kitchen, I'm gonna have this 6-foot poster, and I'm hoping that that like kind of makes that wall have more personality. I just hung up the posters back there. We're gonna hang some stuff over there eventually. I wanna paint that wall also butter yellow. So that'll be a work in progress, but my room is coming together. Hopefully one time, like I'm still getting a quote. I want this to all become cabinets so that we can store those, because I hate that I have to keep them out when we're not using them. And I don't have enough storage in that back closet because that back closet is literally all culinary fabric and like where I store all the food. So anyways, sneak peek into setting up my classroom for the school year. I'm gonna start with my favorite poster first because I feel like this is the one that like is the most school spirited, plus it stands out the most. And like I said, it is 6 foot tall, so it's almost as tall as me standing at 6'2". So I'm gonna go get some pins, and then I'm gonna go do things that are probably not, probably would be considered, you know, a safety hazard, and I'm gonna stand up on the kitchen counters. So stay tuned. Here we go. Wish me luck. No broken ankles. Because I wasn't wearing a mic in my classroom, I knew it was going to echo and you weren't going to be able to hear me. So I thought for this portion of the video, I would definitely put a voiceover on. It was really nice because the cabinets had a seam line in it, and this seam line helped me figure out exactly the center between the two kitchens. And on my posters, they had grommets right in the middle. So I lined up those grommets with the center seam of the cabinets, and when I did that, that allowed me to line it up perfectly in between the two cabinets. After making the designs of these posters, I ordered them from a website called Banner Buzz. It is such high quality vinyl for a really affordable price. The 4 6-foot posters that you see here, plus the 2 3-foot by 2-foot posters that I have in the back of the classroom, I got all 6 of them for less than $100. I'm in no way sponsored by them. I did pay this out of my own pocket, but knowing that I needed to fill up literally 60 feet of classroom walls, I just wanted to make sure that I had really high quality posters that will stay good with all the stuff that happens in the kitchen if things get splashed up on them or whatever. So I was really excited about the quality of these posters. Again, I'm not sponsored by Banner Buzz, but I couldn't recommend them enough. I'm also hoping that one day these kitchens get a massive upgrade. They're so old, so it's hard to keep them fresh. Okay. I hope that looks even. Here's the scary part. Yeah, not too bad. Let me look at that from a distance. It might need to come down an inch. I think it needs to come down an inch. But then the little kitchen signs might be in front of it, so I think it's good. Okay, I'm happy with that. You'd be surprised how many students don't know the ruler. So I had this made in Canva. Well, I didn't have it made, I made it. So I'm hoping they'll understand the ruler better when this goes up on the wall, which is why I'm putting it smack down in the middle of the classroom so that all the tables and chairs can see it. My hope is one day that I get brand new tables. I did ask for them this year, but I was declined only because the tables that I really want are makerspace tables, and we got quoted like over $50,000 for 6 tables. Ridiculous. So if you're ever looking for a business venture, I guess get into the education field where you're selling stuff for classrooms, because they're just overly quoted. But I did get approved for everything else. So it's weird because when I taught high school, everything I asked for, I usually got approved for. But now that I'm in middle school, it's like we're the stepchild who doesn't get much. But I am happy for all that I got approved for, so don't get it twisted. Like, I feel really blessed that I got everything but the tables. But one day I am going to ask to completely gut my classroom, because these kitchens have been in existence since 1999. So knowing that, they're actually in pretty decent shape, I'd say. But they are old and it's time to upgrade, but I'm doing the best I can with what I have. Definitely think finishing this side of the room brings my class together cohesively, but last year, unfortunately, I only had the budget to do one side of my room because I did take a massive pay cut. But this summer I was able to finish the other side of the room and bring my room all together. So here's the finished product. I love the way that it looks. It just makes the kitchens more bright, and that was the goal. I also love the fact that it ties it in with the rest of my room, and it just makes me really happy to teach in this room. If you've enjoyed today's content, please like and subscribe. And again, thank you for supporting me. By supporting me, you are inadvertently supporting my students. And at the end of the day, they are our next they're our future. They're the next generation to rise up. And so I just wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I love my students, and because you love on me, you love them in return. So thank you. Until next time.